West Ham up against Manchester United, or the Hislop Nunes Classico, as we like to call it. Shaka, knowing exactly that your heart does lie right at that London stadium. And what a match it was. Drama all over. And for once, I don't think we need to start talking about Cristiano Ronaldo. Let's talk about two people that saved the day for Manchester United, who have come under so much criticism throughout their careers at Man United, and that is David De Gea for saving that penalty and Jesse Lingard for getting what ended up being the eventual winner for Manchester United. Let's start off with De Gea. Brilliant penalty save, Shaka.
Yeah, it was. It really was. Strange decision to bring on Mark Noble just to take the penalty kick. I'm neither here nor there on that. That's a decision for managers to make, for managers to live and die by. And in this instance, sadly, West Ham were left kind of wondering what if. That being said, it was a lot to be asked of David De Gea. And I have to admit, let me see. I'm torn on the penalty, given my biases, which I'm sure we'll get to. But I was looking at David De Gea's reaction to the penalty being awarded. And I thought he was animated. I thought he looked a little bit angry. And I just wondered if that was the wrong approach. Because once the referee points to the spot, it's for everybody else to argue. But it's for the goalkeeper to focus. And I just wondered if David De Gea maybe lost a little bit of focus in that moment. That being said, 30 seconds later, 45 seconds later, however long it was, he proved me completely wrong in that, in the way he settled himself, in the way he produced an incredible save to preserve the 3 points or 2 more points for Manchester United. Credit to him and credit to how he was able to readdress that focus. To Jesse Lingard, West Ham's Jesse Lingard. What a finish from him as the winner, coming off the bench in a stadium where he'd seen some successes last season. I understand the decision by Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to bring him on. Oftentimes, players coming out there, I don't want to say former club because he was never actually West Ham's, but coming back to that club where he had successes last season. Not that he had anything to prove, because he's got nothing to prove to anybody who follows West Ham. But you can always get a reaction from that individual. And I thought it was a masterstroke by Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and rewarded for it by an incredible finish from Jesse Lingard.
Well, just sticking the pin on Jesse Lingard, because the fact that you can see something has changed in him. But we do know that at the moment, he probably is not getting the playing time under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in terms of starting and being a guaranteed starter that he wants, especially at this time in his career and at his age. However, where do you think he's best? Do you think he might just need to kind of embrace the fact that Ole can turn to him to come off the bench like this, be a super sub and change games like this?
Yeah, without question. From the time he decided to stay at Manchester United, I think that's the role he resigned himself to do that for 12 more months. His contract is up at the end of the season. He'll then have a decision to make himself, and he'll be the only one in charge of that decision. But no question, despite what the speculation is and what was said in pre-season about coming back and fighting for your place, I listen, as a neutral, as somebody looking from the outside, and I firmly believe that Jesse Lingard felt the same, that he was not going to be a part of Solskjaer's starting 11. I didn't see him playing his way into that. It was going to be as a squad player, and in a team that's fighting on so many fronts, he'll get his opportunities, but not the kind and not as many as he would somewhere else, like at the London Stadium.
Shaka just trying to pave the way back for Jesse. Well, if you didn't hear that screaming in the background, that was probably Cristiano Ronaldo reminding us that he scored today as well. And he's got 4 goals in 3 games for Manchester United. nobody, or at least I definitely am not surprised, Shaka, Cristiano Ronaldo doing what Cristiano Ronaldo does. However, looking at the rest of Man United now and taking Jesse Lingard and his impact outside, do you feel like sometimes they're running a risk of being too reliant on Ronaldo?
Listen, no, I don't think you ever get too reliant on players of that quality. You see it. As much as we're talking about Ronaldo and his goals and his goal specifically today, let's also pay tribute to Bruno Fernandes and the ball he played to pick out Ronaldo and those little threaded passes that he continues to play and the value that he brings to that squad. I think those two working in tandem. While I was critical of Bruno Fernandes during the Euros in the summer, you're seeing just a totally different side of him playing in behind his Portuguese teammate for Manchester United. My caution with Manchester United after that start, or after that start with Ronaldo against Newcastle, is when Ronaldo first appeared or reappeared for Manchester United, you knew it was going to be an emotional day. And that's exactly what it proved. But that emotion is going to die down. And the dust is going to settle. What will Manchester United look like once it does? And I think you're seeing a quick regression, for want of a better term, because I do think Manchester United will be in the conversation at the end of the season. But I don't think this performance was anything like what we saw from them a week ago against another of my former clubs. And you don't need me to remind you what happened in midweek as well in European action. That is the balancing act here now. How or what will Manchester United look like week in, week out after that initial kind of euphoric response to Ronaldo resigning?
Yeah, I think that's something that has plagued United, to just get good results consistently instead of the up and down roller coaster. Let's, of course, talk a little bit about West Ham now, because we know that West Ham have definitely become a force to be reckoned with. They are in Europe now as well, Shaka, and have had done leaps and bounds under David Moyes. How would they take this result today?
As one that got away in so many regards. And listen, if I'm going to offer two answers to this. If one with my Manchester United hat, where I with my West Ham United hat, excuse me, where I thought West Ham were arguably the better of the two teams in the opening half an hour. Couple of incredible opportunities to go 1-2 up before Fornals breaks the deadlock, thanks to that deflection. So West Ham quite easily, and again, I'm being very biased here, could easily have been 3 up and game all over. Before Ronaldo found that goal and brought United back into the game. Where, that being said, once West Ham did score, I thought Manchester United were the better of the two teams and deserving of the 3 points. So that's kind of me being West Ham biased, and then me being as neutral as I can be. 2 big moments of controversy in this game. One, the Zuma challenge on Ronaldo that was waved away. And again, there are 2 answers to this. With my West Ham bias, of course, that's never been. But
I was
being
waiting for this.
Neutral and watching the replay, I am amazed that the referee didn't give it first time, and that the VAR didn't tell the referee to have a look at that again. And now I'll speak on behalf of everybody who's neutral. I almost wanted to see that penalty given, just to see who would take it. I think that's a big question that's still to be answered. I almost wanted to see a Bruno Fernandes, Cristiano Ronaldo standoff at the penalty spot.
I think deep down inside, Shaka, I think deep down inside, we know there's only one answer.
We know, but it would have been fun still. It would have been fun still. It really would have been. How that wasn't given is beyond me, apart from just wanting to see the standoff.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.